Y'all, for real, I think Fatty and Huckleberry, I think in real life, I think they would make good friends. I really do, because they both are misunderstood. So usually when you find two misunderstood people, they usually vibe really well. Yeah, I think they would make good Judies, for real. See, in this scene right here, when she was out of breath, that's one thing I don't miss about fighting. That breathing heavy after you in the fort, that stuff is tiring. It's tiring. I can't just, it's tiring, all that breathing heavy, especially when you're trying to get yourself to calm down. It's kind of scary, because I have been so mad before. Like, I have asked myself, like, can you please calm down? Like, you know you upset when you gotta ask yourself, like, in your head, like, catch your breath. Like, I can't describe it. That's one thing I don't miss about fighting, because it's kind of scary, especially when you're trying to get yourself to calm down, but it's like you can't calm down. It's scary. Yo, it looked like for a second she kind of flipped Huckleberry in this scene. Just a little bit. It looked like if security hadn't pulled her up out for her, it looked like she would have got on her back and started uppercutting her ass. That was quite clever. To be honest, I don't think Huckleberry is a fighter. And like I said once before, the sooner she realizes that, the better off she'll be. To be honest, she a little too big to be getting her ass whooped, just being honest. I like how Fatty was consoling her in this scene right here. That's the hug where you know your hunger got her ass whooped. That's that hug. I like how she was consoling her. Like, it's okay, friend. Basically, that was cute. That's why I said I think they would make good friends. Cause they both are misunderstood. That usually is the beginning of a good bond. Cause y'all can understand each other if can't nobody else understand y'all. Also, I like Fatty a little bit anyway, because I don't know if you remember that first season where who was that girl name they got to fight in pink with the pink hair, the loud obnoxious one? Heaven. She was loud and obnoxious, but she was a very likable person. Her personality, but if I was around her long enough, she would get on my nerves too, because she is very obnoxious. But I don't think she mean no harm. So, and some girls are like that though. They just can't help it. They just loud. But I don't know if you remember that time when she got done fighting Pink the first time. It seemed like she did. It was like a wet. It was decent for the first time, but the second time she got her ass handed to her. But I like how Fatty had when she was folding up, she had put her clothes on the bed, and Fatty had started folding her clothes. I peeped that. I said, "Oh yeah, she got like a mother instinct with her, like she your friend. She start folding your clothes, because ain't no way in hell I'm folding another bitch clothes." But when she started folding, having clothes, I said, "Oh, look at her. She's a friend. You could tell. So I would love to know why Huckleberry Power Ranger suit is dirty. Somebody please enlighten me, because did they throw food on her or what? Because I mean, come on now, like I said before, I've been a big girl before, I've been a small girl before. You're not representing for the big girls. You're already a heavy set girl. Why are you dirty? Enlighten me. The only excuse you have for being dirty is somebody came on the stage with like a prop, like on some Bad Girls Club. You know how Megan and them used to have the mustard or the ketchup or something. Why are you dirty? Come on now. When we big girls, we got to keep ourselves up, because our weight is already, bitches love to throw our weight in our face. But if you step, and ain't much a bitch can say. Point blank, period. Huckleberry, nobody wants to be like you, but we're going to leave it alone, okay? This sound like Fatty hyping her up in the background. It sure do. I'm telling y'all, they will make good Judies. They sure will. Look at her hyping her homegirl up. That's how it's supposed to be, though. Even when you know that shit ain't true. Still hype them up. Okay, we get it. You tired of fighting, but to be honest, we not about to sit here and act like you just gave her the works. You say you've been fighting all your life. I mean, you really should have put her to shame if that's the case. Because to be honest, I mean, The first fight, it looked like both of y'all was fighting in the air and fighting slow motion. Like, to be honest, I know it's about to sound effed up, but it sounded like both of y'all, it looked like both of y'all was sumo wrestlers. If you know what a sumo wrestling, you come on now. Both of y'all looked like y'all was struggling trying to get a punch in. And the second fight, it looked like you got her pretty good, but it ain't like you really gave her that work. But I will say, if the security guard hadn't came in, it looked like you would have put in some work, because she was already on the ground, and she had her back down. She was on all fours. And if you had came up behind her standing up and like got a good grip on her, or not even a good grip, like if you could have put your arm around her neck like on some choking shit, and you could have tore her forehead up, baby. You could have tore her up. But that's if security hadn't came in. But to be honest, I still don't think I still don't think Huck was ready that time. Not to say you caught her off guard, but you did. It looked like you probably could have came at an angle. But I don't think she was ready. I think Huck be talking more than she really be having her guard up, to be honest. I don't mean no harm. I thought this one was a FAGGOT. I don't mean no harm. I'm just being honest. And as far as Huckle, she was tired. Old girl had I ain't even gonna say whooped her ass. I'm gonna say tackled her and held her down. all that standoffing they were doing, because they sure weren't rumbling. They were just holding each other and breathing hard. You know, if that's just like something sitting, like, that's like, for example, I get example, that's like my little cousin, right? He was so used to running up in my arms, and I hadn't seen him in a while. And the other day, and he just ran up on me and just jumped on me, and I didn't know what the hell had hit me. I didn't know what the hell had hit me. I'm like, boy, I can't pick you up like I used to. I love him to pieces, but I didn't know what the hell had happened. I love him though. I love him. I said, we gonna do a high five these days, or a high five, or a little small hug. You can't be running up on me. I got a bad back, baby. I got a bad back. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. When Huckle said open the door and they didn't want to let her out the door, I was about to say that, you know, Huckle just talking too much. But when she said she wanted to get out the door and they let her out the door, you know, basically, I've heard bloggers say that, you know, especially the ones that's like really like in tune with the directing places, like the studios and stuff. I guess they call it shooting the scene. So like, for example, when Love and Hip Hop first came out, when people would like run off the scene, when they would get sad, like let's say like with Mimi, they said Mimi used to do it a lot. When she first found out Stevie was messing with Jocelyn, and they will always tell her, go back in, you're not done with the scene, you know, and stuff like that. I think this is one of those moments, because they would not let Huckle off that stage, like, because they have to have, the show got to last a certain amount of time. So they got to stall at some point. But the thing is, I was going to say, you know, first of all, I think Huckle is tired, so she probably can't perform the way she really wants to. That's number one. And number two, I was going to say Huckle's spending a lot of time talking more than she ready to fight. You see what I'm saying? And then, okay, obviously they won't about to let you out the door. So just stop talking, because at this point, this girl, which I do like the fact that she just not going to run up on you when you told her you don't want to fight, because even though y'all could be face to face, even if she still run up on you, that's still a sucker move, because you already told her you don't want to fight, right? Okay, number two. But number three, if they're gonna force you to stand there, and you know you got somebody that's on 10 that's really really wanting your head at this moment, stop talking, because you already tired. You already trying to get your energy back. The energy that you using to be going back and forth with her, that could be off on her ass. And that's what Huckle mess up a lot of the time. Like, you know, you ever want to pull a bitch card, just skip all the chitter chat and just get straight to the point. Straight to the point. Like, don't keep doing that, because even I've learned that myself. If you keep talking, you're gonna lose energy very fast. Okay? Like, just get straight to the point. And I've learned that from even my experience of fighting. And get them before they can get you. Plain and simple. Because you better believe a bitch gonna do it to you. Okay? If the girl, I feel like this, if the girl said Huckle was talking shit on social media, right? When you see her, it should have been no talking. You should have just ran up on her. Point blank period. When I tell you, I remember a bitch talking shit about me 5 years ago. I saw her in the grocery store. The bitch act like she saw a ghost. She was copping the police, talking about some. This was a while ago when this happened though, but she was talking about that was 5 years ago. I don't care. If you tell me, I don't care if it was 1980. If you tell me when you see me it's on site, you gonna whoop my ass, da-da-da. I don't care. It could be year 3034. I'm gonna bring up what you said to me on social media back in 1980. I don't give a damn. I'm one of those. Okay? If it's up, then it's stuck. Cardi ain't tell no lie. Like, if you got a problem with somebody and they say they gonna do this, that, and the third on social media, when you see them, ain't no we swearing up, I'm giving you your fair one, this, that, and the third. You if you say you gonna do something to me, baby, you better do it. You better do it, because I'm the MF for that. I'm gonna put you to the test. I'm a Leo. Hostility runs in my veins, baby. I will get with you. And look at that. The grasshopper fight like a windmill. Girl, bye. We tired of you. You did all that for what? All that for what? Exit stage left, baby. Okay, little bit in the brown. I think she took this one home. I forgot her name. I think her name Moni. I think so. But we not about to sit here and act like Pigtails didn't do her thing either. You know, to be little bitches. They was decent. We not about to sit here and act like Lil White Shirt didn't put in that work too now. Quiet as it kept, it was almost a little tired. But the reason why I say I think brown outfit, the reason why I think she won, because you could actually hear her punches. And you could actually, and I actually replayed it back to see who it was, but it seemed like every time she landed, I could hear it. I played it back a couple of times. You play it back, you could hear it. It was her punches that you could actually hear. Like I told y'all before, she got a skinny hand. Skinny people hand, if they hit you, you gonna swell. Because they bones in they hands. So they can swell you up faster than anybody else. And that's why old girl was a little red. If they would have let it rip, and she would have kept getting off on her, White Shirt would have been puffed up. I can assure you that. Y'all, I'm kind of sick of her. She keep talking about where is she at. Lady, she was just standing in front of you for 72 hours. You had plenty of opportunity to fight her. Come on now. You had your chance. You could have ran up on her. It was what it was. And can't nobody say you picking and choosing, could let you tell her she was picking on social media. So in my eyes, if somebody picking on social media, you see them in public and you run up on them, that it is what it is. Point blank period. Honest, I think Queen D got a soft spot for I think Bit Lex got a soft spot for Queen D, because if you pay attention throughout the reunion and even in the house, Bit Lex spoke up for her, and you don't see Bit Lex speaking up for a lot of people. So when even in the house when she said y'all always want to fight Queen D, but if I tell two of the biggest bitches in the house to fight, and then everybody had got quiet. Remember that time? I might have said it wrong, but She was tired of them, saying stuff to Queen D. She was tired of it. But one thing Sweets did say was true. Queen D do run her mouth. I said that though on the last reunion. Queen D do run her mouth, and then she played a y'all bullying me because I'm small card. She do. And that's what make it hard to feel bad for her, because it's like, bitch, are you that bitch or are you being bullied? Which one is it? Because it's not both. It's not both. And now don't get me wrong, you can be that girl and get bullied. But you cannot be that girl being bullied and have a mouthpiece. No ma'am. No ma'am. You gotta pick which one. Either you gonna go for bad or you gonna sit there, be quiet, and be pretty. Because don't get it misconstrued. You could be quiet and be a bad bitch and not take no shit. But you can't have a mouthpiece, play the bully card, and say you are being bullied. You cannot be all three. You cannot be all three. Which one are you? Come on now. I told y'all, she felt a little bad for Queen D because they clown her so bad in that house, which is kind of honorable. She already got clowned, so make her feel a little better about the situation. I thought that was really nice of her, because she was 10 toes. She get her ass whooped, she still gonna talk shit, and that's really what 10 toes is. 10 toes could be, basically. Not just getting your ass whooped, but it could be she talk her smack. She don't care what y'all got to say. She gonna voice her opinion. I told y'all, some people like that. They don't care. They gonna talk their shit. And you just gonna deal with it. Point blank. So, yeah, I could see that. So, Lady Boy won, a.k.a. Drag Queen, a.k.a. The girl that looks like a FAGGOT with, enhancements, if you know what I mean, aka fake accent, aka I was trying to give you benefit of the doubt at first, but I do believe people when they starting to say that that's a fake accent, because it do go in and out sometimes. So she won, and to be honest, what I think that was about, I think that was because that kick is what made Lex show. I really do think that I was hearing people talk about that kick, them bloggers talking about that kick. That kick is what made her season 2. Quiet as it's kept, and Lex probably looked at it like, you done brought me money in, so now I'm about to put you money in your pocket. I really think that was more of a you scratched my back, so now I'm about to scratch yours. I really do think that nobody can convince me this girl does not look like a boy on the low. They just had surgery. To be honest, in my opinion, I know this about to sound effed up, she looked like a tranny. That's just my opinion. She has a hard face. She got a big neck. She got manly features. Those boobs are fake. That ass is fake. I'm not hating, but to me, nothing is soft, like woman like about her, other than the fact that she had surgery. Even in this picture right here, it screams Incredible Hulk. It just screams. Let me stop being mean. It's not to me. And then she always looking down on other people, talking about they just hating because I'm that girl and I'm just that bitch. And I'm just saying to myself, girl, no. You weren't even in a house full of beauty queens, but a lot of them got you beat. With they flat chested and they flat behinds, they still got you beat because that face is hit. Baby, that face is hit. I'm pretty sure if they wanted to have the surgery, they could. If I'm not mistaken, a lot of people, they say that surgery ain't no more about $3,500. Girl, bye.